The definition of a holistic view is that all aspects of people's needs, psychological, physical, and social, should be taken into account and seen as a whole. Holistic relationships is leading the charge and sparking real conversations that transcend the ordinary, aiming not only to explore life's intricate facets, but also to inspire positive change and cultivate better approaches to every topic we touch. In the realm of love and relationships, marriage and divorce, parenting struggles and single parenting triumphs, toxic relationships, and the liberating journey out of codependence, our goal is crystal clear. We are architects of change, crafting blueprints for better, more holistic relationships that stand the test of time. This isn't just a show or podcast. It is a movement. Each show is an invitation to recalibrate one's perspective, to rethink conventional norms, and to embark on a journey towards a more fulfilling life. From the nuanced dance of co-parenting to the empowering pursuit of self-confidence, we are here to guide you towards positive transformation, empowerment of self and others, setting goals, building legacies, and collecting fortune with purpose. Holistic relationships is more than a show, it's a philosophy. We navigate the complex terrain of aging gracefully and achieving optimal health and weight loss, shedding light on compatibility in relationships, and imparting wisdom on the art of dating and courtship. Join us as we forge a community committed to positive change, where every conversation is a catalyst for growth, every revelation is a step towards understanding, and every piece of advice is a key to unlocking a more holistic and fulfilling life. Welcome to Holistic Relationships, where the pursuit of better, more meaningful connections begin, and positive change is not just encouraged, but celebrated. Lord, help me. Welcome, everybody, to this evening's Holistic Relationships. And this evening's show, I am at an organization where they're doing a small workshop on for entrepreneurs, helping them to develop. And I came across this information today. So I let my screen stay up for a few minutes for everyone so that you know about Start Smart, the business blueprint. I launched that at the 1st of April, and it is something for people who want to start a business or what I call restart smart, right? So maybe you're already in business, maybe you're already incorporated, you have an LLC, you want to go into business, you're trying to figure out how to do that. And certainly on all of my platforms, I have shorts and reels that talks about the book and the different components is available now on Amazon. And of course, anytime we have any events. And so this workshop, these people are coming in, small business owners, and they are just going to be working through some things. And so I've been invited in to, and they're coming in. This is where they are coming in. So I'll scan the room. So, you know, it's just a very small group of people. And we're just piling
piloting this out. So we're seeing how it goes, right? And I want to be able to show you all what's happening in the room. So I'm going to turn around one of my cameras. Again, this isn't scripted or anything. This is live going on now. Mhm. And then Keisha, okay, sorry. I'm actually getting another camera together. Bear with me, people. I told everybody coming is a small. Okay. There to stay. And again, I am going to take their sheet and then we're going to another room so that we're not being disruptive to the groups. I'm going to explain to you all what's going on inside of the room, and then I'll let you know when we're going to come back. Always a mother, always a mother. Okay. Hey, girl. All right, and we still have people coming in right now, so the room is filling up. So I'm gonna just read over their program and some of the things that they're gonna be doing in the workshop today. And as you can see, I have another camera out over just to show as people are coming in. It started like literally 5 minutes ago, so people are still coming in. So this is Business Conversations at the Cafe, Storytelling Your Mission. So this workshop is about the importance of telling your story and launching your business. All right, welcome. In just 45 minutes, you'll uncover the true heart of your business using storytelling. And so that is the thing. So we're going to have a great time this evening. It's going to be a short 40 minutes, and then we'll come back in. You'll see what's going on in the backdrop. We're just getting things set up for people. Stay tuned with us. We'll have audio on in the room, so it'll be a little busy, but we'll definitely come in where you'll be able to see some of the people and as they go over the different steps in the workshop. And then I'll also tie in some of the parts to Start Smart, which is also not just a book, but also a course. So let's get to it. How exciting. So man. We have a t-shirt if you don't have one. You're gonna break your leg. I bought it.
Okay, so we're ready for the food. We're just gonna start with an icebreaker so we can all know who's around the table, of course. And so what we do is we'll just go around the table and introduce ourselves, so our name, our business, and our why specifically for showing up tonight. So not just like entrepreneurship, but why was it important for you to be here tonight on a Wednesday at 7 somewhere in the evening? So who would like to start? And what do you need to take away from this space? Because I think also it's very important to start with intention always. So always have intention for what you want out of the space. So you're gonna get exactly what you're looking for every time. So your name, your business, what is your reason, your why you being here tonight, and what are you looking to do out of the space? Okay. Who would like to start? Miss Penny,
I'm trying to know it.
oh, it's
First of all, I say good evening to everyone. I'm Penny Butler. I'm an author, a mother, a pastor, and not sure if I'm a business owner yet. So, with that being said, I'm here in this meeting to see what it's about, to see if it's for me, to see if this is the way God wants me to go. And I'm open. What I'm going to get out of this is some wisdom, some direction, some guidance. You want me to go?
I'm Tamika. My business is, for one of them, first I own a daycare. I got a home daycare. Second, I have a Smile brand. It stands for Support, Motivate, Influence, Love, and Encourage.
Yeah.
And from that, I make T-shirts. Um, I'm looking to open up a home for homeless women and kids. Um,
Oh, yeah.
and then what else I do? Oh, I crochet as well. What else I do? I do other things. Yeah, I do a whole lot of things. But what I'm looking to get from being here today, more knowledge, more guidance, and to help share my ideas, what I have, that I know about, just, share with amongst you all. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I do a lot of things, and I was just looking to, share.
Yeah.
That's it.
Love it.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
My name is Jasmine. I was invited here by my friend Tamika. I have a home daycare. And I just came to get knowledge and information about the group.
Yeah. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm Winfred Booker. I'm a 33rd degree Freemason, worshipful master of Daniel's Live 636. We're looking to be a nonprofit organization, and I'm looking to grow my ranch. Thank you.
What's your intention for tonight? What are you looking to take away from tonight specifically?
To actually learn how to fill out a non-profit form.
Okay. You don't know how to incorporate ASAP. I heard it like. Hello, I'm Vanessa. I was invited here by Keisha. My business is House of Harmony. I specialize in sea moss and natural products. I do candles, working on shea butters. My intention is also to get wisdom and more knowledge about business. I know how to do the products. I want to know how to do the business aspect. Yeah. Period. Have a good one.
Hi, guys. I'm Rihanna.
No, I'm just kidding.
I am I feel like what I I do a host of things. I create and help creatives launch and structure and fund businesses. And I'm a life coach. But my intention today is just to be here and be in space, just to be in the midst, and see what's in store.
My name is Carrie. I just want to say it's a pleasure to be sitting amongst all of these talented people, and I want to gain some ideas from each of you. We all think differently, so it would be good to pick up on different ideas about marketing and setting our businesses. My business name is Camilla's Doors Creations. Started making bracelets. That's my thing for Camilla's Daughters Creations. My mother passed June of last year, and I needed to funnel that energy into something, and started making bracelets. Everybody, well, some of you guys know me on Saturday, so my thing is to learn how to bring more customers in so we can get our businesses out there. So that's what I would like to take away, how to do more in the community and get the community more involved in what we have going here at the Culture Campus Cafe.
I'm Kesha Karen. I do a lot. My business is Case Jordan Accessories. I'm also associate matron of Esther Ruth 23 Lodge for OES. So I'm also a minister in training. and also a business owner. I'm also a co-chair for LSC for Mount Vernon. So, to take away from this meeting and why I want to do it is I want to get the community more involved. I want us to be able to be entrepreneurs, that we can actually have people go out and say, I only purchase Black owned this. We don't own a lot of things in the community. We have to go to other nationalities and resources to get it. I want us to be able to be our own one-stop shop. Um, I watched another podcast where a guy was trying to eat and buy products, and he missed eating like for 3 days. That's terrible. As much talent that we have in the Black community, so I just want to definitely be able to expand and be able to serve the community, because that's what our business are supposed to be. And as being a minister, that's what we are. We're servants first, despite any titles and things like that. And I want us to get more of, back in the day when we were growing up, Tamika and myself, the community raised the children now, and now the children are raising themselves. So if we give them a purpose, a plan, that's why I'm involved in the school system. I can't talk about it, I have to be about it. So that's why I ran for co-chair. So, with the community, thank you for Miranda that always donates stuff. We got the church, Love Christ, they donate stuff to the schools. These people, these kids need it. A lot of them are being raised by grandparents. It takes a village to raise these children, because they're the next generation, and we're looking at the videos and things that are lost. So we need to start somewhere. So that's good takeaway.
Wow, that's my niece. I remember she always said her name. Hey, you can't shut up. Go, girl.
Great with Joe and Jay's Essentials. I'm here basically the same thing, keep more money, Black dollars in the Black community. We go, nobody else is spending their money outside of that community with us. Everybody does a different thing, so I can bring you customers, we can bring you, all of us, that's what we gotta do. We gotta start like this, work together and branch out. We gotta think, if we all using our platforms and our voice and we all doing different things, we can reach many people, just like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's really no competition, it's all work, you know what I'm saying? We gotta put in the work. You can't look at another person that's on the same goal as you, is trying to build a business as your competition. We ain't competition with each other. Even if I have the same thing, I might have a different style. So there's really no competition. We gotta learn how to work together, for sure.
Oh, my name is Adam Jones. I'm the chairman of the Deacon Board of Love Christ Missionary Baptist Church. I'm also a 33rd degree Mason, and I'm Grand Commander of the Consistory, and that's my worship minister down there.
Hello.
And so what I bring to, I would like to gain the knowledge of how to work more and more with the community, and also for the church, and also the Mason Lodge. And so, I don't know, I have so many hours to buy. So anyway, my best thing is once I get started, like they tell me in church, Jones, when I sit down, shut up. So that's what I'm going to do now.
Good afternoon, I'm Christine Jones. I'm from the Love of Christ Missionary Baptist Church of Chicago. I am the financial person of the church. I'm also the president of the Ushers Board. I'm president of the Women's Club there. We do different things there. I also reach out and search for the speakers, people that would like to come to the church and do different things. And I've always said, I've had Mrs. Penny there, Mrs. Butler, and she's a great speaker. So if you all like to hear her speak again at the church, let me know. All of you all, because she's a great speaker. And we do different things. We get about the gifts and different things for the children or people in the neighborhood. We also feed the homeless in the neighborhood. We invite them to the different programs. We have gospel singing every second Sunday for the people that, we have some elders in the neighborhood, so they have some place to go. We do a lot of different things at the church. And, also, we like working in the neighborhood. And this Penny is in charge of the block club. So we also have that in our community.
Well, actually, I'm not in charge of the block club, but I do for the block. Where people think that I'm the block club.
Okay, we just have, we still going?
No,
Oh, we just have some more walking. So basically, you're just saying your name, what you do, your why for being here tonight, and then what's your intention? What are you looking to take from this space?
Well, you might have to repeat them questions back to me, but hi, I'm Sharice. What was the next one? What do I do? I'm a dean at a high school right now, but as far as business, I am a creative director, and what that means is I style, I do hair.
Yes.
All of the above. So I'm here to like redirect your lost thoughts into like a creation of like, you know, the event for the night, the day, work, whatever the case may be. The reason why I'm here is just to like network a little bit, to like redirect my path as far as restarting my brand. I'm kind of like lost in the sauce as far as where I want to go right now. So just hearing like good things put out there, giving my advice. What else, Wanna what?
I think you did that.
Oh,
I think that.
yes. So I'm here. I'm listening. I'm engaged. Yes.
Welcome. Okay, well, I'm Wanaki. I'm an entrepreneur too. I have a nonprofit. It's called Elevate Greatness. I work with CPS, or with CPS vendors, and then I work with a lot of other organizations just in the city to work with kids. So I echo everything that you said. I work with youth for the most part, and then I started working with parents and adults because I realized I work with them too. They're in the kids' lives, so there's that. But that's primarily what I do. I work with CPS to figure out better ways to provide better experiences for our kids.
Into another book, Georgie.
Now, yes.
She just launched a
Because
PC
of the
program.
kids, because of the kids. Because they got kids, you see what I'm saying?
Hi, everyone. I think I know everybody, but if not, I'm Miranda Sedbury Wallace. I am here to learn from all of you and share also my entrepreneurship journey. So all of us here are at different stages in our business journey. And it's okay to just come back to the table and now let's like collaborate, think about ways to collaborate, but first get a real understanding of like what it is that we are intending to do. And sometimes that requires that we go back to the very beginning and to like, why did we start this? And so it was so great having you guys. Thanks, Nikki, for doing that introduction into your why. Because now we're going to listen. We have the pleasure of having Dr. Shantae here. And did you do your introduction? So she's gonna do her introduction next and talk to us for about like 10 minutes about her journey, and so that we could imagine together how we tell our story about our own organizations with the S that we have.
Thank you. Well, I was really here to learn from everyone. I'm trying to take the center stage.
The prompt on the table.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Grab some of my things here. Again, I am Dr. Shantae. So I am an entrepreneur, certainly. I've been in that space since 2010. But I've actually expanded out to a few other things, you know. So certainly, by the doctor that implies she's in the medical field. Okay. So I am a doctor of pharmacy. I'm a doctor of naturopathic medicine. Now an author. Right now I preside over NCNM University, formerly known as the National College of Naturopathic Medicine. So that's the school that gave me the second doctorate in naturopathic medicine. And what I've done with those two disciplines is to try and create a space of integrative healthcare, and particularly for our communities, because the health disparity lies in our communities the most. And so that was the first vision for me in healthcare when I became an entrepreneur. But then I said, I want to kind of do something else. And then I decided, okay, well, what can I do as far as business? And then I got intertwined with community organizations. And one of the community organizations is the New Life Movement Ministries. And they had another organization called Project 5000. And it deals with housing and jobs and things. And so it was a way for me to give back to the community. I am a Chicago native and raised.
Shout out Chi-Town, don't sleep on Chicago kids.
Yes, born and raised. And I grew up in the Robert Taylor homes. I did not leave there until 18, so I went to college, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, and I thought I was going to be an engineer. And so I saw the curriculum, I'm like, what can you pronounce these? Not a job, what are you gonna get? And everyone always say, you never go wrong with healthcare, you never go wrong. And then I decided to do pre-med, and then I talked to somebody else, and the rest is history. I ended up going down the path that I did. But when I became the president for what was then the National College of Naturopathic Medicine, 8 months into my administration, the world was hit by COVID. The world shut down. I inherited a mess. We had declining students, numbers in the profession, declining licenses, and because of this history, we have such a huge gap from people who graduated in the 80s and to those who graduated in the 2000s. And so I had to do a lot of advocacy work with the state, the Illinois General Assembly, and I was able to get successfully help to pass my first piece of legislation, the renewal of the Naturopathic Practice Act. So that's our license. That is how we're able to practice our medicine in the state of Illinois. You'll be jailed for practicing medicine without a license, basically. So that is what I did. But in the time that I was there, trying to resurrect the school, get it out there, we're talking about a century-old medicine that no one knows anything about. It's a look-alike, I call it a look-alike, sound-alike. You know how in the pharmacy we have drugs that are look-alike, sound-alike? It looks the same, they almost spell the same, but they are two completely different things. And that's how it is when people hear you say naturopath, they instantly think naturopath. We're cousins, but not exactly the same practitioner. And I have a whole lot of information I'll definitely give to you all about that realm of medicine. But what it did, the struggle there, for 6 years, it gave birth to something that I just launched, my latest book, Start Smart, Your Business Blueprint. 11 chapters telling my story, my entire entrepreneur journey in just one segment. But inside of the book, I go over everything from forming your business, things to think about. Do I want to be a for-profit? Do I want to be a non-for-profit? What does that mean? A lot of times people want to go non-profit because they think money is going to be raining from the skies and that people are going to just donate to you and give to you to start. But it is still a business that has to be developed or built. The school is a 501c3. And man, when you go into business, you're thinking, I'm calling the shots. And one of the things that I really appreciate about being the executive director of a 501c3 is what I had to learn. Because that board was my boss, collectively. And it taught me, oh, wow, I have to slow down and take in consideration what all of the board members are seeking collectively and expecting from me, because they're there to govern me. So when you think of nonprofit and you think of forming your board, you're forming your boss. So you want to be mindful of who those people are. You don't want to fill that up with friends and family. You need people who have certain backgrounds that's going to help you in finance, accounting, lawyers, really good candidates to be on your board, because you need them to advise you. You always go for people who are smarter than you and in the fields that they're in, because they're going to help you. They're going to challenge you. So I always talk about that. In the second chapter, I talk about don't create a rubber stamp board. Not here to have people to agree with you. They have to challenge you as a business owner so that you can make the right decisions for your brand, because it's you that's out there, it's your butt that's out there on the line. We talk about money matters. It's 11 chapters, but one of the chapters, money matters. That's important. I have a colleague that doesn't use merchant services. Could you imagine in 2025?
Excuse me, you say didn't use what?
Does not use merchant services, does not have a credit card.
Okay, I got you, I got you.
And the way that we move around now, everything's tapped.
Yeah,
It's tapped, so as a business owner, being open to both traditional and now the technology.
been able to accept cash and checks as we once was, because that's still money, it still works. But also being a little bit more savvy and taking on those other things. I have another chapter I call the annual checkup. The paperwork is boring. I'm gonna tell you, the accounting and the paperwork, I didn't enjoy it, but I'm telling you, as a business owner, you want to know how to do it. You don't have to do it forever, because you can delegate that to accountants and bookkeepers, but you have to follow the money. If you're gonna be a nonprofit, you have to account for every single penny. If it rolls off the ground and falls into a sewer, there needs to be a report. What happened to that penny? Your books are off. Okay, so those are the type of things. So I can appreciate the 501c3 model, because the regulation, like it makes you real strict. But the other models, not saying that they're not, because you want to be able to follow the same practices with that. But over 6 years, having to navigate through COVID, with the world shutting down, a year after that, I buried my father. My only support. Well, I wouldn't say my only support, I'm sorry. I didn't mean like that, because he was living with. He was there. I have an 8-year-old, the one that's kind of moving around here today. And when he left, and now I had to figure out, how am I managing this? And then I'm spending long hours away from my son, and now I'm feeling like a terrible parent. I'm doing it for him. So these are things we have to think about as business owners. That challenge. There was a lot of hours alone. You used to go into rooms, people were talking to you. You're the boss, you're being talked about. You have to make difficult decisions, unpopular ones. It can be a little. And if you're going from hand to mouth, there's always going to be ups and downs. I can't tell you how many times, what I had to learn the hard way. Managing those books, those accounts, not counting for things, how important it is to have that bookkeeping, that budget going, so you know where your money is going, how to plan for it. If the account goes negative and then there's no money for payroll, I had to rebuild my team 3 times. 3 times. Imagine that, people walking out on you, and then you're trying to figure out, is this vision still worth it? It has to be worth it to you, because you are all it has, really. And then when you're building your team, and you're building the people that believe in your vision, now you got other people, and the stress of it is real. And so we talk about, in that last chapter, I was talking about the credit to capital, how you're building and repairing your personal credit. A lot of people try to jump to the business, doesn't know. Let me tell you, you want to know how embarrassing it was for me? Double doctorate, going through a divorce, paying lawyers, lost my long-time standing employer from Albright's, no money. Now I'm presiding over an institution with a 500 credit score. COVID hits. What are we supposed to do here? So when I finally made it, I invested in credit so that I can be in position to help that EIN. You remember the incorporation date of that university? September 30th, 1908. Ran like a mom and pop all these years. No credit profile of its own. And you have to be intentional about building business strategy. So all of it, the blood, sweat, and tears are in these 261 pages. Real life. You see, I have a table back there, so a couple other books and brands that I've done, and it's part of my journey. They're like, well, wait a minute, you got hair book over there? It's part of the story. Product company, part of the story. I was laid off. This was before the school came off. I didn't have a job. I'm pregnant on bed rest. Don't have anything to do. I'm paranoid because I'm scared to put things on my body. I'm carrying that miracle child there. My only surviving child of 5 pregnancies. Wow. You all are gonna learn to tell your story too. And I am happy to be here with you all, so I can hear about your stories, network with all of you, help you all in building your brands, put you out on different stages and platforms to where I'm connected. You know, and so thank you so much. Thanks, because I want you guys to get into your lesson.
Any questions?
Yes, any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. Any of your business non-for-profit? Any of your business non-for-profit, nonprofit?
Well, if you have a nonprofit, it belongs to whatever state you're incorporated to. It doesn't belong to you, it belongs to the state.
Well, the reason why I asked you that is because I was wondering, did you pay yourself out of that? And are you familiar with Zephy?
No to the second thing, and I'm gonna ask again about, you said Zephy?
Yeah.
Okay, no to that, because it doesn't ring a bell. As a your board establishes what you're gonna be paid as an executive director. So if you're the executive director, I am rescinded from that vote, okay? You know, there are things, I talk about the paperwork that matters, chapter 2, conflict of interest policies, conflict of interest disclosure forms. So you have to say, what else are you a part of? Because they need to make sure, because these are ethical reasons, make sure that if you, let's say for instance, our school is in holistic natural medicine, right? I have a supplement company. And this clinic is selling supplements, right? It's conflict of interest for me to put my product out there ahead, and I'm presiding over things, right? Now, if I rescind from that and the board said, you know what, we voted on it and we want, that's different. But that's why we have to have those type of checks and balances with nonprofits, even if, because there's such thing as being a nonprofit, but not being a 501c3. There are many categories today. You can be a 501c6, you could, you know, so not all of them are tax exempt. And then when you decide to be tax exempt, you have to also know your limitations to that First Amendment, that freedom of speech, because you can't speak on politics, candidates and things like that. So there are certain things when you decide, and that's on my first question in the book. Which one are you trying to be and why? So you really need to know your mission. What do you want the world to know about your profit or nonprofit corporate? But I do get paid, yes, so because I am probably the only one in the beginning. So if you all have nonprofits and then you pay yourselves, and I do recommend that you do, you may be the only employee doing everything in the beginning as you scale. And that's why I say, hey, you begin with the end in mind, and you begin your business thinking about your capital. So as you're working on your business plan, and I have that chapter, Plan to Prosper, as you're thinking about that, because that's not a static document. It may be this thick, but usually it collects dust on a shelf. It's a living document. It should grow with you. And so those are some of the things that you want to think about. You want to think about how much money does it need for 5 years. How much money? And I want you all to think about this, not from a place of where your bank account is. Remove that ceiling. What do you need? Plan to prosper. Because I'm telling you, things will come and show up for you. But if you never asked for it, then how could it come? If you limit yourself in the beginning. So while you all are brainstorming and you're thinking about it, think about how much money you need. Don't worry about the how. Because there are ways to get you there. And this walks you straight into how you can get your businesses adequately funded to carry on. If I had that school funded, I wouldn't have lost my employees. I wouldn't have gone through all those things. Not that I started, I inherited it, but I'm just saying, all the same, we all start like that too, where we're not thinking big enough. And for the contracts that matter, you want to make sure that you're setting everything up. You want to go for the big one. And give yourself time, because it's going to take time for the market to learn who you are, for your branding, and you want to have enough money in the kitty to get you through so that you're not stressed about that you can go and show up to places with a smile versus feeling like you have guns to your head, like I got to make this sell. You know, so those are the things that I mean when I say you want to plan to prosper. You want to know what you need now and allow yourselves to go for that bigger number. Don't limit yourselves with that. You know, it always works out. I'm living proof of that.
Any other questions? Thank you. Okay, thank you, Dr. Thursday. So it's so important to hear her story, and I'm just gonna pull out a few nuggets that I heard. Because I want you to know that all of us, again, I'm just gonna reiterate this, are in different parts of our business journey, but we're all gonna take away something from, I'm like confident you're gonna take something away from this workshop. And starting here with telling your story can be the most challenging because, you know, it's different to talk about yourself in this way. But I want us all to be walking around talking about ourselves in this way. You're a big deal. Like when I introduced you guys, you're a big deal. And I want you to see that you're like a big deal, right? You're like this big. And so if you're already that big, then we have to learn to make sure we're telling our story because people will buy into you and then buy into whatever it is that you have. But then also so that you can narrate it for the big money that you're going to be going after. So Dr. Chastain helped us, you know, by sharing her story, how many challenges she faced. It just makes it really real to see that even when you accomplish this formal education to the top highest level, that you still face challenges when it comes to that. So it's going to require adversity. And then through her story, we can also hear how she navigated her career path and entrepreneurship. And why would a doctor need both? Right? And it's because we are all, one thing I want you to know, it doesn't conflict for her to be able to do both because we're all multifaceted people. And with multifaceted people, we should have multifaceted income lines. Like we should. If you don't have the seven, then you're not done yet, right? So we should be thinking long term around what are all of our income lines going to be. But this is the one, y'all. It's the one. It has to happen now. It has to be real time. So let me tell you, Dr. Chastain, when we meet? When do we meet about this? Today. At what time? 12 o'clock. And what we were initially talking about?
We were talking about the way that the school could expand with the Stein Center.
Yep. So we were talking about two different roles in our life. I work at the Stein Center for DePaul University. She runs the university that she just told you about, and we were talking about how we can collaborate. But when we started to talk, we realized, right, multifaceted people, that we have all these other connections in place, and we have to start leading with that. We lead with institutions all the time because we think that that's where the respect is. So if you introduce yourself and you lead with your institution, you're gonna have to ask yourself, why are you doing that? Because you have a story to tell, and the institution is benefiting from it every day you show up. So now you got to introduce yourself as the person that you want the world to be. And we're going to start with how you want to introduce your business, and we're going to do it using technology. And the reason why, because I want you to, if you don't know about technology, actually, how many people know about like AI writing, like ChatGPT, Claude? Okay. So we're going to use whichever one is your favorite. Today, we're going to use ChatGPT if you just to start it, to help you understand that the world that we're in right now, it can happen real time. So we don't need to wait. And if you've ever written a paper of any kind, you know it takes a lot of energy from you. This is a database. What we're doing is asking AI, this technology, to support us with data points that they've collected from everybody. And then it's going to help us narrate our own story with data points that we actually tell it. And when I say data points, it's just like telling a story. My name is Keisha. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to understand that once we're done with this, we're going to have AI. So if you got your laptop, so who all has a laptop? Okay, if you don't have a laptop, partner with somebody. If you can open up ChatGPT, we're going to go run through these prompts. But before we do, I want, since we all did introductions, if you could just type in, if you could put up ChatGPT.
I got it.
Can we connect?
Okay. Yes, connect to Wi-Fi. It's not, how about you share it? Why do you share it?
What the chat, did you say? Yeah. I think it's me. I think it's me. I already did all that inside. Oh my God. I thought we were like, everything. She was like, okay, it's gonna take about 35 minutes. Thank you, man. I got it very close. You said, oh, I got the wrong report. The bags that I passed around, we have a group chat, some of our vendors. I just wanted to bring a little gift for everybody, that's yeah, so I just made the shirt because this is one of my businesses, a t-shirt business. And it's say BYOB. And I just put that in there with a little notebook and a pen. And the notebook and pen is for, like, for me, I'm sorry, Monica.
No,
I'm sorry.
Great.
In the middle of the night, I get up, I have all kind of crazy ideas run through my head, and I just keep a notebook on the side of my bed, so when I wake up, I just start jotting things down. So that's why I put that in you all's bag, and attached to that's my business card.
Yeah, because I need the right person.
Somebody handed me a roadmap.
Which,
Lost my job, still had a child to raise. I had to figure it out while building, sometimes in survival mode. As someone who's had to lead, launch, pivot, and still press for everything on my shoulders. And when there was no blueprint, I created one. Start Smart isn't just a book. It's the step-by-step I wish I had when I started, with no cushion, no notes, just vision, faith, and a lot of trial and error. And right now, if you order the book through my special link, you'll get the launch pricing plus copies. So if you've been meaning to grab the book or waiting for that right moment, this is it. I didn't write this book because business came easy for me, because lessons came at a cost. I realized nobody was coming to save me, so I wrote the blueprint for those to come after me. Start Smart is for me who have a vision but need a strategy. If that's your story too, this blueprint is for you. Tap the link and start or restart your business smart.